Okay, hi, my name is Bill Meyer.
Bill, Jim's got an original copy of it if you need to refer to it, in bigger print.
I was just amazed that anybody could read something that small. My name is Bill Meyer, Trowbridge Street. I'm also the chairman of the Human Relations Commission.
And I'm glad to see you're here. Thank you.
Thank you. I've been out of town for a while, and I haven't been able to be active in the debate around this point. But first of all, I just want to say that I've come to many meetings in this room. I've come to many meetings in this room and the other room downstairs when we had council meetings. And this has to be one of the most democratic and most important meetings that I've ever attended for a city council meeting. Because the entire community is showing up, they're concerned. I mean, we have differences of opinion. That's what we're supposed to have. We're debating, we're contributing, there's no hatred in this room. We all want to find a solution because we all live here in this town. And thank you to the two of you for carrying on, and to our city manager and city clerk for allowing us to have this public forum, which is more attendance than I've ever seen at a council meeting in a long time. So, and I know it's because of several important issues. And I do want to address the issue about the reaffirmation of natural rights. What's the name of the ordinance exactly? It's not even human rights, it's something else.
18.
Okay, whatever. I want to let you know that this ordinance, I support fully myself, because I've always been defending the rights of all citizens. When African Americans were discriminated against in this country, we all, with a good heart, we all defended their rights, their equal rights, and stopped things such as horrible things like lynching, when black people were hung from trees, and people would hundreds of people would hang around and laugh and joke about the hanging. We have a sordid history of hatred in this country that we want to avoid in this community. This community is lively. This community has opinions. It's diverse, and one of the reasons I live here is because there's a lot of people here. And we want to defend the rights of everyone in the city. That's what the Human Relations Commission is. It's to find a way to bring people together, to work together, not to divide people. We don't want to divide people. So, just to let you know, this ordinance has the same opening paragraph as our ordinance for the Human Relations Commission. Very similar wording. Ordinance 348 for the forming of the Human Relations Commission. Sexual orientation, I think, was used in our intent of our commission. We defend the rights of everyone. When we had to call the prayer issue, you saw us here in defense of the Muslim community to have the right to have their own form of prayer.
Thank you.
We also support the rights of the Catholic Church to have their bell ringing or whatever else. I mean, we want to, within reason, we want to allow everybody to live their life the way they'd like to. But you have to keep in mind that everyone's different. And there are gay people. And gay people have equal rights like everyone else. I may be gay. You don't even know if I'm gay. You know, I may be gay. You don't go up, you can't look at a person necessarily and tell what they are. But it doesn't matter. It's how you act in public. It's what you do in public. I mean, I would be offended if a guy walked into a woman's bathroom also. That offends me. But if the person happens to be converted somehow, the male is now a female or something, and there's some law that states that person's a female, there has to be laws that cover that stuff. That's not our laws to decide here in Hamtramck.
Correct.
But this particular ordinance, I'm concerned about because it's very similar to the ordinance that was written in Ann Arbor. I know there's about 20 cities in Michigan that have this ordinance. It's very similar wording. It's almost identical to the wording that we have here in Hamtramck, except for the line you mentioned, 18 or whatever it is. And the entire end of the ordinance is different, where they define the role of the city manager and the enforcement of these laws and how they're going to be enforced, and how the city manager has to get a panel of people to discuss, if this case that's brought before the city manager to decide if this is a violation of someone's human rights. The city manager very likely could be inundated with hundreds of complaints from people in the city who feel their civil rights or human rights, natural rights, according to this ordinance, are violated. There is a major difference between this ordinance and the Ann Arbor ordinance, other than that Section 18. And that's in the area of the Human Relations Commission. The Ann Arbor document lists the Human Relations Director as the person who's supposed to oversee the violations that are brought forward. And in our document, it's been substituted with the word city manager, and everywhere that it was Human Relations Director in the Ann Arbor. And when I discovered this, I was sort of surprised that, first of all, the Human Relations Ordinance, the Human Relations Commission, which is defined to represent these sort of issues, was never consulted. Not one council person came to our meeting of 12 commissioners, never spoke to one of our commissioners. And Mahfouz is, my buddy Mahfouz is on the commission. There's many people from all the communities in this city that were never addressed with this ordinance. This should have been a public discussion before this ordinance became put on the ballot, or before it was brought before the council. We should have had input from the whole community, and we could have come up with a much better document that would have pleased everyone in the city, would have brought people together. And now we have a document that was, I think, put forward for political reasons. And I hate to say that it looks to me like, for some reason, the Human Relations Commission was avoided intentionally. I think there's a way to get out of this conflict.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
One solution, of course, is to rewrite the ordinance so that everyone can accept it. Gay rights have to be an issue in Hamtramck. We have to address gay rights issues. It doesn't have to be done in a volatile way where people start hating each other and all that for it. We don't need that type of stuff here in Hamtramck. I think we could maybe drop the clause 18 or whatever it is, and maybe everyone else would accept the entire rest of the ordinance, and then we could have a separate ordinance to deal with the issue in 18, and have the community have an open public forum to discuss issues about gay rights and what gay people should have rights in this city. Maybe that would heal the issue around this particular ordinance. But in the meantime, I defend the rights of every citizen of the city, town, minorities of all kinds, of all types, workers, and people who are handicapped, and the entire list of names that are mentioned in the ordinance. And that includes gay people. So thank you very much.
Thank you.